Howdy, readers! Have you ever read this book, Pete the Cat and His Four Groovy Buttons? Well, guess what? It is a pattern book. If you've heard it, you know that Pete the Cat talks about and sings about his buttons on each page. It goes like this. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with four big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much he sang this song. My buttons, my four groovy buttons. My buttons, my four groovy buttons. But then something happens and he only has three groovy buttons. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. Looks like he's gonna sing his song again, doesn't it? My buttons, my... Wait, right there. That's where it changes. The pattern changes. There's a new word there. Right here. It changes from four groovy buttons to my three groovy buttons. You know, this often happens in pattern books. In these pattern books, each page doesn't say the exact same thing. Something changes on each new page, and it is the same kind of thing that changes. In this Pete the Cat book, what thing changes? The number of buttons. So he keeps going, my buttons, my three groovy buttons. My buttons, my three groovy buttons. So now your job when reading pattern books is to not only know what's the same on each page, but also what is different. That can be tricky, but the pictures and the way the words look can help you. You are the kind of readers that have the power to take on this kind of a challenge. Today, I want to teach you that when you get to tricky parts in the pattern, think, what is the same and what is changing on each page? Then you can look at the picture and think about what's happening and get your mouth ready to say the first sound. I'll show you how this goes as I read this book, Pizza by Phyllis Root. I'll pretend to be a kindergarten reader. Well, there's Mouse right here on the cover getting a pizza. Looking at the picture, I'm seeing he's putting a piece of bread in the toaster, so he's making toast. Let me read. Mouse, oops, sorry about that. Mouse makes toast. The toast burns. Eek. Oh, look, it's a pattern. It looks like Mouse is making something else. That part is the same. Mouse makes, but it's not toast this time. It's something different. Oh, this is hard, but I can do it. I'll look at the picture right away and figure out what's happening. Then I'll get my mouth ready to say the first sound in the word. Mouse makes Oh, soup! Mouse is making soup. Did you see the sound in soup? Yeah, the word soup tumbled right out after I looked at the picture and I got my mouth ready to say the first sound in the word. Continue to use the pattern on this page. The soup burns. Yes! It really helped me to study the picture and get my mouth ready to say the tricky word. Readers, you try this out on this page. Remember, you can expect a pattern, but not everything will be the same. Pay attention to what you know about the pattern. Then you look at the picture, think about what's happening, and get your mouth ready to say the first sound. So, you know the pattern starts with mouse makes, but the next word is not soup. It's different. It starts with the P sound. When I looked at the picture, I noticed it looked like peas, so I knew it had to be. Did you get that too? Mouse makes what? Peas. Go ahead now and read this page too. You sure brought your reading muscles to this challenge. Remember that when you're reading your books and figuring out the pattern, the pages will not be exactly the same. Some things will be the same, but something will be different. Be on the lookout for those pattern changes. Look at the picture and at the same time, say the first sound of the letter if you need help. Doing both of those things really helps. I'm going to send you off now to be readers in your homes for 15 minutes. Get to your comfy and quiet spot, make sure the TV is off, and get started in your books or on Raz Kids. When you're done reading today, you can extend your learning by adding a few more pages to a pattern book that you read today, or if you didn't read pattern books today, try a pattern book that you know well, maybe like Brown Bear, Brown Bear. Here are my sentences that go along with the pizza book. I decided to write, Mouse makes hot dogs, the hot dogs burn. Your teacher may or may not ask you to show them your pages today, but make sure you do this activity. It will help you be an even better reader and writer. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Go be readers.